can't do the stuff. I can do the stuff. And it's not clicking. It's not registering with me. But outside of stuffing and liver, anything she say, or like, you know, anything that she said that she would want to make or for us to try, I'll be down, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be down, bro.
I like that. So now it's what's dope is you talk about pride.
Yeah.
You talk about inner conflict that you're having.
Yeah.
So now it's almost like each person recognizing their strengths.
Yeah.
So now what I'm getting from what you're saying is like, because you love to talk, because you love to communicate, it's like you kind of take the lead on that. Like, hey, babe, let's talk about this. Let's figure this out.
For sure.
When we're going down to food, you're like, okay, you're the trainer.
Yeah.
You know what's up. This is your area. All right, babe, what you want to eat? As long as this ain't liver or this ain't. Yo, what up? Thanks for locking in and welcome to Jyim Life. Today we have Keep Going Chris, a singer, songwriter, producer from Jamaica, Queens, New York. We're going to be talking about exercise and relationships. Let's vibe out. You, my man Chris.
Yo, man.
What up?
You know what I'm saying? We in the gym, baby. We in the gym.
We about to get it in.
You know what I mean? You feel me?
So you know I had to put something together for us to get it in, you know what I'm saying? We're going to chop it up, of course. Got a few things I want to converse with you about. But in the meantime, we're going to get a light little workout.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm going to break down the moves for you.
Okay.
First move is going to be a curl press with the kettle, right?
All right,
so all you do is you curl it here.
Okay.
And then press it up, right?
Boom.
We're going to get for 10 reps of those.
Bet. Let's do it. Yeah, for
After
sure.
that, we'll hold it here and we're gonna go 10 squats.
Let's do it.
Right?
Yep.
Boom. So that'll be part of the circuit. After the 10 squats, we're gonna drop that.
Yep.
And we're gonna go to 10 push-ups.
10 push-ups.
Right? You already know push-ups. You know what that is.
Yeah, we're
right?
gonna get it
and
in.
after the push-ups, right? Then we're gonna go just lunges here on the left leg and then lunges on the right leg.
Gotcha.
All right? So we got curl press, squats, push-ups, lunges. We're gonna start with a warm-up and then we'll get into that. Okay.
Let's do it.
So we'll start bringing back right leg, left leg, pulling it back.
Cool.
So my dog.
Yeah, man. I'm here, man.
You know what I mean? So
I'm here, man.
I've had the privilege of getting to meet you and get to know you.
Yeah.
After you started working with one of the team, you know what I'm saying? Now you with one of the team.
Yeah, man.
Sophia.
Yep.
Y'all in a beautiful relationship. What I have the privilege of is I've been around Soph for like 4 or 5 years now, maybe even longer.
Yeah.
And I've seen the excitement and joy since you come around.
Man,
you know what I mean?
man. God is good, B.
Which is dope and it's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
But
God bless
I want to
us.
get, before we get into you and Sophia and exercise and relationships and everything, I want to get a better understanding of you. You're originally from
New York City, man.
New York City.
Jamaica, Queens,
Jamaica,
man. Born and raised, baby.
Okay. I love that. I love that. And right now you work as a producer, right? Or
I'm a producer.
Okay.
I'm a producer, songwriter, direct music videos. I'm also an executive of my own artist development company. It's called Keep Going Music Group. And
And how's that going?
It's going good, man.
Yeah.
Going good. Just working with artists, you know what I'm saying? Just mentoring them. You know what I mean? The industry is a crazy place, dog.
The
industry is a crazy place, dog. And I've been in this junk for like over 16 years now.
Wow.
You know, over 16 years.
Grinding.
And I didn't have somebody mentoring me and guiding me and directing me. And it's just a God thing. It's a God gift that I just have that in my heart. Because I can do a lot of things, you know? I can direct music videos. I songwrite. I produce, I DJ, I do live sound engineering, choreograph, everything, you name it, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of people who can do those things, but there's not a lot of people who have your best interests, you know what I'm saying? Or who's gonna look out for you and guide you. And that come from my upbringing, how I was raised and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean?
And how did you get in? Well, first thing I want to say is one of the things I noticed with Reach Down, Reach Up, where I think you and I have been able to connect and be good is just a genuine intention to do the right thing. Right?
Man.
So now, just like you said, you can meet people who have all those skills and all that talent, but if they don't have your best interest at heart, or if they don't have values or ethics or any bit of character, it doesn't matter how skilled or talented they are. Right? Which is important.
Right.
So now, how'd you end up meeting Soph?
So I met Soph at a very interesting time in my life.
Okay.
I met Soph at a time where, I was making a turnaround in my life, or at least I didn't know that I was about to make a huge turnaround in my life.
Okay.
And I was doing a show, a performance, and I had my band with me. I had my sound engineer
And this
with
is
me.
in LA, right?
This is in LA.
Okay.
And yeah, I met Soph. She was there with the homie Coy. And
Okay, oh, so she was there with Koi?
yeah, she was there
Okay.
with Coy. You know what I mean? They was
All right,
doing their
let's go.
thing. Yep.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, basically, they was just in there. And she performed. Then she got on stage because she was helping Coy with the jewelry.
Okay.
Then she got on stage and started singing and dancing. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean?
So you started singing and dancing, okay.
Yeah, and then funny part is like that night she was performing with somebody else. I'm like, that's probably her man and all that. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about. Okay,
That's
okay.
probably her man, you heard? So,
Yeah.
you know where I'm from, you don't do that.
You know, you're right,
You
right,
feel me?
right. Uh-huh.
So, but regardless, like, she had a vibe to her. She had this energy to her that just attracted me, you feel me? But where I was at that time, I didn't feel like it was the right time to pursue her, you feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she was just cool. She was just dope.
So you saw, you thought she was dope,
I thought she was dope.
You knew it wasn't the time.
I thought she was bad. You know what I'm saying? I thought she
Yeah.
was bad. You feel me? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And I knew she was smart too. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I knew she was smart, so I like that. Word.
Coach Press. Okay, so now you see her at this show.
Yeah.
Think she's dope, and it's always good to hear relationships at this moment,
Right.
because I think it's important never to forget that, right? Like that initial moment when you see the person, you're like, oh, she nice.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Okay, so then
In the beginning.
how do you in the beginning?
No, she is nice.
Right,
But I'm just saying, it's those in the beginning moments.
Yes.
The fairy tale moments, that get all of us. But the ill thing that is, one thing is through and through with Soph is she's just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's very sweet. She's very sweethearted. You get what I'm saying? That's never changed. She's very smart. She's very aware. I love that about her. And she has a certain nurturing essence to her. That's never really changed. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just who she is. You know what I mean?
So I gotta know how you run up on her. How you get, cause you know what I'm saying? Like, so how do you get the initial connect?
I pulled up on her like, yo, shorty, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah.
you know how I get.
You know what it was? When I pulled up on Soph, like, I didn't feel like something was just telling me that I couldn't pull up like I probably would have in the past.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So I just was just genuine. I was just like, what's up? She was like, she appreciated my performance in the most, humble way that she could. You know what I'm saying? She was really just enjoying my performance like that. And I loved it, but a bunch of people had already told me that. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
But the way, we on
one leg.
Okay, we on,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you got
on
it.
the right leg, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get right with the right leg.
I see you picked it up quick.
Let's get right with the right.
That's the choreographer.
Right.
Meaning that I know I'm not on the right beat.
Right. So yeah, she just was telling me she appreciated my performance, but when she told me, she kind of tapped me right here.
Okay.
She was like, oh my God, you did so good. I mean, when she touched me, you know what I'm saying? It was a little, you know what I mean?
He's like, okay.
Felt good, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So
I like this energy.
Yeah. So that's kind of like how it started.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She showed me love, but it was unlike anybody else that night. It was just, the energy was just, I felt it. I felt the connection. So yeah.
Nice. So now you guys get into a relationship, you start dating.
Right.
And what we always speak about with Soph is lifestyle, right? What was your lifestyle like prior to dating and being with a personal trainer?
I was a wild boy, B. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely outside.
Okay.
I was outside. I was in the, heavy in my artistry in the music industry. I was a rock star. That was my brand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, partying every night, shows every night, alcohol, a lot of smoking.
Okay.
A lot of alcohol and a lot of smoking, to keep it a buck with you. And my lifestyle was wild. I was a hot boy.
You was a hot boy. You was out there.
I was a hot boy.
So you wasn't thinking about no health and wellness.
Nah, you know what? I wasn't, but I was. That was my original.
Okay.
Sometimes Hollywood changes you, man, with the rock star lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I grew up like loving working out. My stepdad, he did Muay Thai, so he used to teach me like, you know, when I was young, I used to get bullied. So when he ended up getting with moms, he first thing he ever told me was like, yo, when you walk to school, somebody say something to you slick, look for the closest bottle. I want you to crack him over the head. And I want you to do this stance right here. And then he taught me the stance. He taught me where to hit him with the knees and the elbows and all of that. And changed my life. So from then, I just always loved competitive sports, fitness and boxing. I grew up watching Rocky. That was my favorite movie. So all that stuff was important to me. But at this time in my life, it was all about the rock star life.
It was all about the rock star life.
Yeah.
You had that as part of your foundation growing up from your stepfather.
Yeah.
But then, of course, with your career and all that stuff, you start getting into like, more, this is where I'm at. This is my environment.
Yeah.
You know what I
It
mean?
was like a subtle change. You know, out in Hollywood, they tell you what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And it brought another version of me out. That I ain't know was there. I ain't know was there, baby. Yeah.
So now what I need to know is how does that first conversation happen, right? Because I could imagine Soph being in her profession, having to always coach people. Was there an initial conversation where she was like, babe, maybe don't try to eat this, maybe try to do that? Or a time when she was like, come on and let's go work out. What was it like in the beginning, and how did you realize, okay, this is something that's important to her and she's going to try to...
Bro, so many times.
Okay.
So many times, okay? I'm going to keep it a buck with you, you know, and that, to me, it's interesting because, you know, Soph is also, she's Filipino.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at first, I didn't know, okay, are we having like a cultural difference right now? Are we having what they call a cultural difference or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I thought it was that, because I'm like, you know, where I'm from, you know, it's all about soul food, you know what I'm saying? Grandma doing the chicken, you know what I'm saying? The candy yams, the cornbread, and, you know, all of that, you feel me? And how we eat. And also just being from New York, coming from the hood that I grew up in, everything is just more like lighter. Like, you're aware, but it's just not so on it. You got what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, and my thing is just about keeping it real too. So I guess what I attributed as real, which is attached to how I grew up, it made it hard for me to see a lot of things she was trying to say to me. And also, you know, me being the man, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Just chill, like, you know, you feel me? Like, let me show you what it needs to be. You trying to tell me, you know what I'm saying? But it was just humbling. You get what I'm saying? I had to humble myself to be able to receive what she was saying. Also because I have that background, and the ego is a funny thing. So I'm like, she don't even know. You know what I mean? I used to be on the mountain with it training. I used to be, but you don't even know, girl. Yeah, the ego was getting in the way from me receiving a lot of things that she was trying to tell me and stuff like that. So,
I mean, that's huge, right? So now it's like, as you're being introduced to this new set of information as far as like lifestyle, food, things like that, you're thinking like, well, you don't get me. You're not understanding me. You over here trying to force feed and trying to have me over here drinking Kale smoothies. It's not what I do.
Right. It's not what I do, B. I want a Bev, you feel me? I want an Arizona, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got it, you know what I mean? You feel me?
Yeah, so I could imagine, like, so in that beginning, it's a lot of push and pull.
It's a lot of push and pull, man. But a lot of times that has to do with things that are going on deeper inside. Because like I said, I was in a place before when I first moved to LA when I used to drink a lot of water. I never smoked. I never drunk, really. I didn't even tell nobody because that's the lifestyle here. Everybody do that. But the closest thing to a drink I had was Mike's Hard Lemonade. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like, yo, we lit, bro.
We lit.
Like, but you know what I'm saying? That I never smoked before, none of that. I used to drink water every day, work out, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, dog, like, you get what I'm saying? That was just it was a hard time for me going from there to what I had become. So I was also dealing with that a lot of times that I would be talking to her, trying to prove it not only to her that yes, I can do that, but also to myself. I didn't want to believe what I had became, and you know. it was crazy.
Well, that's huge, right? And I think anytime we're talking about communication, there's always two conversations.
Yeah.
What the person is saying and then how we're receiving it. And a lot of times how we're receiving it is wrapped up in a lot of our own inner conflict, our own inner conversations, right? So now you're having to receive information in addition to you having that battle within yourself of like, no, I want to live this lifestyle. This is something that I'm familiar with. Maybe not to your extent, but you're meeting me in a place where I've made a transition.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like I made the decision for the transition, right? But me and Soph started when I was still, you know, going through that change. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't fully a thing yet.
Yeah.
So while at one point in the beginning I was excited because, wow, this woman is seeing me or trying to see me through, you know, where I am right now.
Right.
And that was dope to me. I'm like, yo, she a real one. You know what I'm saying? But like, I did not think about like, yo, the transformation ain't done yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Transformation is not done. She got to see you in some crazy ways, B.
Right.
And I wasn't prepared for that, I guess you would say.
So what's one thing that she tried to communicate early that you may not have been receptive to, but now you're like, you know what? I kind of rock with this.
One thing she tried to communicate early?
Like maybe a particular kind of food, particular kind of drink, anything that may be a transition in your lifestyle that like at first when you first heard it, you was like, nah. But now you're like, you know, I'm actually okay that I'm doing this.
I mean, it's a lot of things, B. Like, it's more like, I mean, the smoothies, I could get with the smoothies.
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing. Soph doesn't, when she eat, she don't drink water.
Okay.
That's crazy to me. For real. How you wash it down, B? No, for real, B. How you wash it down, son? You know what I mean? So like, at first that was like, it was like, okay, are we talking health or what are we talking about? Because that just sounds like how am I supposed to wash the food down, B? Because, you know, sometimes, you know, first of all, Soph is an amazing cook. Amazing cook, B. She really does her thing. And I love that. But you know when your lady, you know, cook for you, you feel me? Bring the plate, you like, all right, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you reach for your bev and it's like, ain't nothing there, cause she don't got nothing there. So that's something that we used to want, a funny example, but there's a lot of things, man, just from sweets. Like, you know, I like oatmeal cookies.
Okay.
Cause I was trying to kick the chocolate chip. I was trying to kick chocolate, period.
Okay.
So I prided myself, pride keyword.
Right.
Negative, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but at the time I prided myself on like, yo, I'm trying to do the oatmeal cookies or whatever like that. But I thought if I ate that all week, you know, I'm good. It's better than eating the chocolate chip.
Okay, so you have
But she like, babe, you done had like 3. Right when I'm about to have the 4th. I'm right here with it. It's like almost to you feel me? And she was just like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? That's you already had 3, you know what I'm saying? But like laughing casually, like watching it. You already had 3. You okay? And I'm like, oh, okay. You talking about this? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you watching the cookies that I got? So like that was like kind of hard for me. Like it made me feel like she was watching everything I choose to eat, watching everything I choose to drink. I'm like, dang, I can't do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do when I bring you to the family reunion? You gonna be telling auntie she can't grab that chicken leg? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I just,
wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah, it's just, you know, when you come from different backgrounds, it's different, B.
Yeah.
You know,
and
it's a learning. And sometimes those things can make you say, oh, does this mean like I gotta step back? You know, does this mean this isn't it? Like you're confronted with those thoughts. You know,
I love the fact that you just said that because anytime you're trying to bring 2 people together, right? There's gonna be numerous places we're gonna have to compromise and learn to understand each other and respect each person's perspective. But now when you're talking, somebody's trying to make an adjustment to a way you ate, what you did, what made you feel good. Now you say, are we even a match? Right? But now what's beautiful is that both you and Soph know that through communication, you're able to address any one of
For
those
sure.
moments where it's
Yeah.
like, it's not about being a match as far as the things we do, it's about being a match in our communication style.
Yeah, for sure.
And both you guys want to kind of get to the bottom of things and figure things out.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
I mean, even that, man, and like, you know, our communication styles are very different. Like, I grew up, like, my mom, she used to take me on dates when I was younger. She
Okay.
would take me on dates, and like, when we would walk to the restaurant, she would stand there, and we'd be standing there literally for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, Mom, what's going on? She's like, you didn't open the door. You know what I'm saying? When we get to the table, we would sit there, be quiet, and I'm like, Mom, you're not saying nothing. And she's like, well, you're not talking. You the man, you supposed to communicate. If you don't communicate, your date is bored. And also thinks you a man that can't speak for himself. So she used to teach me that. She used to like, everything was about humor. You know, she dealt with so many issues with humor and able to turn something crazy into something just, you know, where you could deal with it, but it don't gotta be so heavy,
Right.
you know? And
Right.
I just learned a lot from my mom just watching her. So that, you know, kind of like rubbed off on me, you know? So I'm like, I like to talk about every and anything,
You ready to
anytime.
go.
Like, I'm
Okay.
ready to talk, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But so she comes from a different background. So even our communication styles were a lot different, you know,
Okay,
in the
this-
beginning. And that had to grow as well.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you, because of your upbringing,
Yeah.
because of also something that just resonated with you, right?
Right.
Because you could have been brought up that way, but if it didn't connect with you, it wouldn't have connected.
For sure.
You love to talk and address things.
Right.
Okay, so now Soph style may be a little bit different,
Right.
What would you say her style is in terms of the times I'm saying this when she was on here, she'll say something like, okay, we had these moments where I didn't communicate that I needed to go exercise or these things.
I would
right?
say like Soph is really good, right, at just assessing a situation logically and mentally, and which is good, you know, because you know sometimes everybody, man or woman, can, you know, let certain things hit them, you know, kind of different. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things for her, she don't let it hit her different like that.
Okay, she's able to stay level-headed.
She still be level-headed.
Okay,
You get what I'm
okay.
saying? So I would say that was like her communication style, like, you know, just being level-headed. But I would mistake that as you not feeling me, like you not trying to relate to me. You know, you moving kind of like robotic. You get what I'm saying? But that's not what she was trying to do. That's
just how she expresses herself.
That's how she expresses herself. And that process of trying to accept that. Acceptance is crazy, bro.
Okay.
Acceptance in relationships is a whole nother thing, because
Acceptance of each person's style.
Acceptance of each person's style. Right. And the way that they do things. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes we can take things like, oh, this is just how you do it. Not even bringing in understanding, communication, and acceptance and respect, and compromise, and the idea that maybe there's something about you that needs to change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that I had to learn. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
When it comes to deciding what to eat,
Right.
whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Right.
you guys come from very different backgrounds
For
and
sure.
different lifestyles. How do you kind of navigate and decide what to eat? And yeah, how are you going to kind of figure that out?
Man, you know, my background, we like the pancakes, French toast, eggs, you feel me, bacon. In my hood, you know, we always go to the bodega, you know what I'm saying, at the deli, we doing the bacon, egg, and cheeses, and sausage, egg, and cheese, and just, that's what we do. But the Caribbean side of me, my Caribbean family, you know, we like the porridge, you know what I'm saying? We like tea in the morning, you know what I'm saying? So tea, when she tried to introduce stuff like tea, I'm like, we do that all the time, baby, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and just certain things, but she coming from another place where she could just have a couple slices of mango or whatever, and a little watercress leaf just right on it. That's what I call it, like a little leaf. And that's breakfast for her.
that's good.
And I'll be like, yo,
Like, where's the rest?
Right.
Where's the rest?
So that was a challenge in the beginning. But for the most part, honestly, like, she know, like, whatever she say, as long as it's not liver, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Or stuffing, B. I don't know why, man. Since I was a kid, the stuffing. I can't do
like
the stuff. I
stuffing.
can't do the stuffing.
Can't do the stuffing,
It's not
right.
clicking. It's not registering for me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but outside of stuffing and liver, anything she say, or like, you know, anything that she say that she would want to make or for us to try, I'll be down, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be down, bro.
I like that. So now
Down.
it's what's dope is you talk about pride.
Yeah.
You talk about inner conflict that you're having.
Yeah.
So now it's almost like each person recognizing their strengths.
Yeah.
So now what I'm getting from what you're saying is like, because you love to talk, because you love to communicate, it's
Yeah.
like you kind of take the lead on that. Like, hey, babe, let's talk about this. Let's
Yeah,
figure this
yeah,
out.
for
When
sure.
we're going down to food, you're like, okay, you're the trainer.
Yeah.
You know what's up. This is your
Yeah.
area. All right, babe, what you want to eat? As long as it's ain't
Right.
liver or
Right.
this ain't, you know what I mean, these other things, I'm good. Let's rock out with this.
Right,
And then
right.
once in a while, could I get the cookie?
Right.
Once in a while, could we get the pancakes?
Right.
But that's huge, I think, within any relationship to kind of notice each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
I think it's just respect, you know, because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, like, you know, for me, I think, you know, one thing that I would say, you know, that she admires or, you know what I'm saying, she like about your boy is like, you know, I can have an issue with certain things, but I don't like certain things repeating for me. So while my ego was an issue at a time, I'm not one to, okay, this is a problem. I can't walk into a wall but so many times.
Right.
So me seeing how that ego was throwing us off and things, I'm like, yo, I respect her with what she does. She's a trainer. Nothing that she's saying is going to take me out. It's only going to bring me more in. More into life, more into the version of myself that I want to be in. So I can only respect what she's saying and respect my woman, you know what I'm saying? So I start leaning in more, and as I start leaning in more, I start to learn more, and through me taking that wall down and able to learn more, she started being able to learn more about me and how to drop that, some of that, what I call robotic, to drop that and open up more. And it was like, it's just doing this the whole time. So, yeah.
And did you feel better after?
Of course, of course.
That's a big part, right?
Of course, yeah. Like, you know, we also, like, she has her CMOS business, you know what I mean? And whatever she's doing, I'm fully supportive of, but I'm not one of those just like, bro, I love being behind the scenes because of what I do, but I'm not a behind the scenes type of dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she doing the CMOS, I'm telling everybody and their mama about it. You know what I'm saying?
Come get the CMOS.
Word, like where I come from, like we gonna let them know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, like I love what she does when it comes to sea moss. We got the cinnamon cacao. You feel me? We also have the sea moss with the berry and all of that. So yeah, it all plays in. It all plays in. You know what I'm saying?
That's so dope. And I mean, what I really enjoy watching is, you remember when we went, what was it, 2 weeks ago, we went for that event in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Where you guys had the stand.
Right.
And you were up here helping her package the sea moss.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, had those things ready.
Yeah. Like I said, like I can only be behind the scenes so much, you know.
Right.
And
You want to help.
Yeah, especially like, you know, that's my woman, that's my lady. So the way I was also raised is, you know, my mom, she would do things like that. If she was cleaning up, sometimes she would just stop and just look at me like, I'd be like, what's up? She'd be like, what's up? Like, you gonna just watch me, you know? And then she would tell me like, it can't no man be in the room with a woman and you seeing her doing something and you're not trying to help. No way possible.
Right.
Even if it's move this here, that here, like just cause it make her feel better. And she wanna do everything else. So when it comes to whatever she doing, I'm like 100% in helping any way that I can. You know what I'm saying?
It's beautiful to hear, because I think that anytime you're trying to, like, putting two people together is always going to be a level of difference,
right?
A level of, and in some places, just incompatible, right?
Right.
It's up to you to kind of understand that there's going to be gives, bends, right? And through that, we're going to kind of form our normal, right?
Yeah.
With the food, and you know what I even want to touch on is the exercise. So let me get into that. So Sophia said you know, dancer, and I see you get down, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? I do a little 1-2.
little
1-2 step, you heard?
Right? So you active all the time.
Yeah, man.
Is there anything that you picked up as far as like exercise, or you just keep your regular lifestyle, make adjustments in food, because you're already an active person?
When it comes to our relationship, or like in that time period, or just period?
in your relationship?
Anything I picked up, not really. It was more so reminders. Like I love working out. I love just anything that has to do with keeping my body right, keeping my body tight and my mind just together. Because that's another thing. Like I feel like it gives you a peace of mind when you just healthier. You know what I'm saying? A lot of how I was treating myself and my body had to do with the removal of where my mind was because of the space that I was in life,
Okay.
So one thing that I took from her was just getting back in that space of how important it was. Like she reminded me of how important it was to do that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, because in the music industry, it's more popular to pick up the cup of Henny or the bottle of Henny rather than the smoothie. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more popular to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, she just reminded me of that, and it took it around with it, and now that's helped me in other areas as well. So yeah.
You guys got a good flow. So now, and you're familiar with this. You meet somebody. What will happen when you meet somebody, when it sounds like from talking to Sophia and talking to you, is each of you brought out like the best part of each other.
Yeah.
So now you're already active. You already have a foundation of, eating certain things that you find more conducive for you. Now you meet somebody where they love it, now it kind of brings that out of you.
Yeah.
And it creates this whole circle.
Yeah, it's important. Yeah. It's crazy. It's been very eye-opening for me. You know what I'm saying? Also because the version of each other that we're getting, we've never been that version any other time for anyone else as well. The version that we've been able to be. So it's just also dope to just, as a frame of mind, be like, wow, I'm capable of loving someone like this, being there for them, and she feels the same. And yeah, man, it's just a dope thing, man.
Yeah.
Love and all that other, you know what I mean?
All that, whatever.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's really dope. And then
cool.
and moving forward, right? Because now it's like you guys have established this base. And what I will say is, we were talking before. I had this other conversation about like a connection to something greater. Always helps to not seal, but like increase or strengthen the bond between two people. For sure. Right? So now both of you guys have that connection to something greater. So as you're you get what I'm saying? You guys have this connection. So as you're navigating your differences, whether it's exercise, whether it's food, whether it's communication, you both have that sense of humility.
For sure.
Where it's like, okay, I don't know everything. I'm not going to let my ego ruin our connection. Right? So now, moving forward, I'm sure you're excited to see what other places you guys can grow.
Man, crazy excited. Crazy excited, man. Sky is not nowhere near the limit. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing, B.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Right? Well, I gotta tell you, I appreciate you coming out, having this conversation.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And I wish nothing but the best for y'all.
Appreciate you, family.
And we're gonna get some more boxing sessions.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
Some
yo,
more
man,
workouts.
Those who want to box, B, this is the man right here, son. If you trying to box, you trying to work out the body, you trying to work out your mind. You understand what I'm saying? And where you at in life? This is the man to hit, B. Jyima, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it again, you heard? Stop playing with my son like that, you know what I mean? Keep going, man. Word up.
Kind of like the best.
Yeah. Type. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that, man. So we're gonna be back at it again, brother.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Look more here.
So.